physically hurt, then I would just be like, oh, that's not funny, but okay.
One person missing from sleep. Who is it?
Oh, sorry, that'll be me.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
You can rejoin. Like the second
We
you
woke
leave,
up.
you can also rejoin because it's just that quick. Well, so long as everyone's in bed and they're waiting. It's just poof poof. There's no phase in, phase out.
No, I swear these days have gotten way shorter than usual.
There was someone on
'Cause we're
YouTube who did
busy.
like an otherwise relatively decent, funny review of Steven Universe that I was kind of interested in. But every like 5.5 minutes or so, they suddenly do an ear-splittingly loud noise,
Ah,
and I'm just like, wow, I
How
kind of
dare
hate
you?
you.
Well, was it ER?
No,
Or was
not
it
ER. The guy who has like the exact same like visual layout as ER, but just has a worse voice and style, and is kind of an asshole. And when everyone's, because there are a lot of fucking comments under his videos that say that's too loud, fucking stop it, it's not funny. And all he does is respond by going, no, I think it's funny, so I'm not gonna stop.
that's just a troll right there. Maybe you even stole the funny parts
You
too.
do a moderate amount of trolling, just a moderate amount.
Oh, I think they already bred for the day.
Bread.
Getting that bread.
Are people feeding the chickens? We could use some more feathers for
I fed
arrows.
the chickens, but I
Thank
also
you.
harvested some.
We need more bows and arrow. Well,
No,
we
you
need
don't
more
You
have
know,
bows.
ER is taking so long making his Artemis Fowl video that I'm starting to think I should make my own.
That's how I feel about a lot of shows. And as you mentioned, Steven Universe. Yes, that is one of them.
They look at
do
me
you
like,
mean?
ah, yes, we know
I-
your mother.
I would like to see new episodes of Steven Universe, Derek. Even if you don't.
Yeah, I mean, I do think it would make the world a worse place if there were more episodes, but I won't begrudge you, you'll want to see more of it.
I mean, I would like them to at least wrap up the actual fucking story before the end.
That is an acceptable thing to want. I mean, if all of the new episodes of Steven Universe were great, then I suppose I would have to just accept that and be like, wow, they really fixed it at the end there.
Hmm. I mean, even like
But-
Adventure Time is still like making material after they finish their story. So
They have finished though.
Yeah.
Like the actual plot is wrapped up. They're just making some little extras.
yeah, no, which I enjoy. They're pretty cute.
I'm not sure how I feel about the most recent Rick and Morty episode.
Rick and Morty one, the evil Morty one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it's not bad, but I feel like I was expecting more from the Evil Morty subplot.
Really.
It seems like there wasn't very much fanfare. It just kind of wrapped up kind of quickly.
I mean, I know he's your favorite character and all, but what can I say? He's not gonna do all that much.
I honestly have no idea what your point is.
I'm just rambling because I'm distracted.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought it was an okay episode though.
I think
was,
it's okay. I was hoping for more.
Hmm.
Because, you know, they've been... In season 1 and 2, the whole Evil Morty stuff... Or was it 3 where they revisited it? Kind of the best episodes of the show, almost. Like, really particularly interesting.
Oh yeah, definitely interesting.
Whereas the most recent one is just kind of, like... It's alright. It didn't really add anything to the plot. Well, it did... But it's not given any time for you to dwell on it. They just kind of say, oh yeah, he's locked up all the universes where he wasn't the smartest person in the universe, and he's copying Morty's, and it's just like, that's... We get to see it, yes, but we're really not given any time for it to have any emotional weight. It's just kind of said.
Maybe it's more of a setup than a actual like reveal.
It would be nice to know they're gonna do more with it later, but
Oh, yeah.
it's still a shame that the episode they bring it in isn't doing much with it.
I have a plan. find greener pastures.
But
I'm gonna build a
at
big
least
railway.
we learnt more about Rick's backstory. Yeah. Huh?
See, I'm not sure if we had the original writers still on the show, that they would have made this Rick's background. You sort of get the impression from the way it's first brought up in the fucking Chicken McNuggets episode that
Yeah, the
there's a
prison
there's a
break.
degree of a lie in there but because they've got new writers and they're just working off what they think the old people thought, they've just put the that stuff back in and gone, yeah, that was canon. I'm like, I don't know if it was supposed to be.
Yeah,
I think
I
you
know
guys might just be being lazy.
Yeah, I could definitely see there's an element of laziness on there, and that it was meant to be, the fake backstory. He's using the trick, the fucking.
Now,
what's it
to be
called?
clear, I do think there was supposed to be an element of truth in the fake
Sure,
backstory,
sure.
but I was expecting sort of a greater difference in that first part.
Yeah. Like, I can definitely see him turning his back on the fucking Council of Ricks, because there's obviously some history of that being
Yeah.
established.
I mean, considering the way current Rick is, you can see him having turned his back on the Council of Ricks without there even being an inciting incident.
Yeah, just literally he invents a porta gun and that's it. There's no murder of his family.
They're probably, like, if I'm going by what's established in the previous seasons, there's definitely something that happened to his original family.
Yeah, but it could have been anyone. Didn't have to be the Council of Ricks. He's never
I
mentioned.
don't even think it like necessarily doesn't have to be the Council of Ricks.
Yeah, it's just a
it's just- it's
random
just
Rick
the-
in that one. Yeah. But,
The way that they did it, it's just a little bit unsatisfying. Like, I don't know.
mm.
I'm not sure I have a suggestion off the top of my head for what they could have done instead, because I haven't spent that much time ruminating on it. I just feel disappointed with what I received.
Yeah, I
Hey,
thought there
Rim,
was.
you haven't really gotten to see my little hut.
I mean, I've heard like fan. Oh, I'm sorry to interrupt you, Vixie. Go on.
So you did you just say that I haven't seen your hut?
You haven't.
Where is it?
Over by the old house.
Where is the old house?
Like where we started.
The wooden main place.
I might have seen it. I did come out and look for a bit. I'll give it another look when I'm done with this particular mining journey, alright?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've heard a couple of like fan theories of how the season is supposed it's speculated to go, and they seem more interesting than what we actually got. Like the evil Morty was Rick's original Morty, and
That was a theory I heard, and I was interested in that.
yeah,
Because it would make a lot more sense regarding the comments he makes in the original Evil Morty episode.
Yeah.
Like, he says all this stuff about when a Morty gets into a certain mind frame, it's like it's a really bad thing. And you get the impression that, like, he once had another grandson and that he fucked him up
Mm,
and assumed that he was dead or left him in another universe.
absolutely.
And possibly, could that still be the case with the setup we've been given?
I mean, I can't really say for sure, but I guess the writers could like retcon what they've already said. It's always a possibility.
I mean, my question is, did they at any point say that Evil Morty definitely wasn't C-137's original Morty?
I mean, I don't think he said he's not, so... But no, I don't think...
But the way they interact doesn't give that impression in
No,
the most recent
no.
episode. But I don't know. I hold out hope that maybe another writer will come in and I'm gonna fix this.
Well, that's...
As I say, it's not bad, but it's a 6 out of 10 when I wanted a 9.
Well, don't worry, Rem. I'm sure they will invite D&D to write the story from now on, and they'll make
Please,
things
no.
perfect. They will fix every mistake made.
I mean,
Dungeons
I'm
and Dragons?
told that the early seasons of Game of Thrones, they did a pretty good job at choosing what to adapt and what not to, and adding little side stories and taking away others. Apparently, they were quite good, and then they just decided not to be.
They were good at adapting the material they were given to the TV show, but yeah. when it came to them writing their
And then
own
they
stuff.
said no.
And then they were like, let's not bother anymore.
There are a lot of people who speculate that because Lucasfilm, Disney, told them in advance, hey, we're gonna give you a Star Wars trilogy, that they just fucking axed season 8 of Game of Thrones, that they just shat it out so that they could cut their losses and run, because they wanted to do Star Wars instead.
I mean, if that was the
Oh,
case,
well-
wouldn't they have done a better job at Star Wars?
Well,
Not-
they have
not
the
particularly.
thing is, because of the way they fucking left Game of Thrones was
Oh.
so bad, they appear to have not actually been given the Star Wars films that they were supposed to do.
Oh, well, I could be happy if that's the case.
Yeah, that would be good. Be nice to see them getting what they deserve.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, not everything they deserved. Nobody's raped them. Like, they raped our favorite characters, he says, despite having not watched the show.
I'm sure you would like it, at least the first couple of series.
I get the impression that I would like original Jon Snow.
He's never been one of my favorites in particular.
Or, who's the Jaime Lannister? I get the impression
Yeah.
I'd like him.
Oh yeah, he's a good character. He's pretty great.
I've seen some good scenes out of context. Kingslayer, Oathbreaker.
Yeah. In all the
very
breakdowns I've heard,
trustworthy guy.
I think Jaime Lannister's like the character who got most screwed over by the new writing, because they had like this whole backstory of like him doing sacrificing to help people, and then it's like they do a scene where he says he never really cared about the people.
Yeah,
goes
that
against-
exact line is just like, what the fuck? That is
What was
that
the
is
point?
that is the opposite of the character that was written.
He couldn't have been more of a character
Oh, yeah, I remember one
assassination at
time I
that
was
point.
going on an Uber Eats work
Okay.
schedule, and I just watched a bunch of Muller videos, or at least try to watch in